I have not been this excited about a project in so long. Hey guys, May Flom here. We're in the studio and I'm going to show you combining machine embroidery with watercolor. This is super fun, and personally I'm thinking like wall decor, but you could also cover a journal. You could do basically anything so long as it's not likely to come in contact with water. Let me show you how. I have a sewing machine that is a combination sewing and embroidery. So here you see mine all set up. This is the Brother SE2000. I've already got the embroidery needle on there. I've already got the everything all set for it. All I need to do is get my material, and I'm just using regular cotton fabric, and I'm using stabilizer that actually sticks. This is a super thin fabric, but also I want to make really sure there's absolutely no puckering in the embroidery fabric. So I'm just getting that all set on there. And like I said, the stick-on stuff, it's a little tougher. So I like it for this because I actually leave it on, which you'll see in a minute. And I'm on Artspira, which is the Brother app. And I will mention here, this is not a sponsored video, but I am a brand ambassador for Brother. So always with the honesty there. I'm just showing you how actually easy this is. I discovered they have a whole bunch of designs for embroidery that are just the outline, and there's so many possibilities for that. So, I mean, you could do like all sorts of different really cool stuff with just the outline embroidery. I just had the vision of, oh my gosh, this is like a stamp, and then I can watercolor it. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm just showing you how quick and easy it is to I have a 5x7 hoop. I'm changing up the size. I want the max size available and setting it all up. Once you're set up, I'm clicking don't save because I don't need to save a copy of this project. I didn't customize it really. All you have to do is push, send to my machine. Pick your pattern, send it to the machine. I love the simplicity of this because it used to be that for embroidery patterns, getting off the computer and then putting them on a USB drive and then hoping my USB drive is still good and will actually work. Anyway, much quicker, much easier. Then you just go on the machine and click pull my data out of the cloud. That's the longest part. It takes a second. You just click it, and then just that bottom right, you're just saying, yeah, I want to start. I want to embroider. If you wanted to make changes, you could, but I already did all of that. So I literally just have to load some black thread in here for contrast, push the green button, and then I do stick around just because if anything goes wrong, or I don't know, if I misthread the bobbin or something, I'd be able to see that it wasn't working and make adjustments. And then you can choose either stick around and watch it embroider or just leave, go do something else, come back in a few minutes. It's that simple. That's the hardest part. So we've got our pattern, we've got it all embroidered, take it out. Now I do leave the stick-on backing on there. The reason I'm liking this for this particular technique, the stick-on stabilizer stuff, is because it sticks and it stays and it keeps my fabric really flat and easy to do watercolor stuff on. Now, as far as what watercolor stuff, that's up to you. I'm showing you here, if you start with wet, what will happen is as you put color on there, it's immediately going to bleed. So the first layer I like to have, as you can see, the fabric be wet because it pulls the color out immediately and it's showing you like just very cool techniques. You're coloring, but it's redistributing color, and you do have to let go a little bit on this. If you're having trouble letting go, if you're wanting more control, do you see over there to the right how I am watercolor pens on dry? That's going to give you more control. Less control is what you just saw me do there. Spray watercolor right onto, or spray water right onto the color, and it's going to just pull the color all over the place. Now what I'm doing here is I wasn't totally thrilled with all my color choices, so I'm using my little mister to spray water around the edges, which will spread the water out very considerably. And that'll kind of like mellow it out, and then I can recolor like what you see me doing here. So that's it wet. Look at the difference dry. That's a huge difference. Look at how like soft and blended and lovely it is. You saw me using a heat tool a moment ago. You can use heat tools. You can also use pan watercolor, watercolor markers. Anything that will react with water or blend and bleed in the water is what you're after. I suppose you could use stamp pads if you wanted to. That would just be a little trickier since you're going to not want it to like ruin the ink pad. So you would have to like do some blending tool or mixing with water and picking up and putting on the fabric. My point is there's lots and lots of mediums out there that will work. And the other fun thing about this, go wild, let it do its first round. Then second round, you can come in here, and here the fabric is dry and I'm using a water brush just to add a teeniest bit of extra moisture only on the areas I'm working on. You could also do something like use a heat tool to dry things more quickly so it spreads less. There's a lot of playing around we can do here. There's a lot of variation, a lot of different methods, and there's no wrong one. You're just seeing me look around. What do I have that might work? Okay, let's use that. I'm even using some metallic watercolors that I have. I love these. I'm spritzing them, but also some of the components I'm actually going to just wash on to those areas as well, which I really love the results of. I'm very into the florals. I feel like that's just a natural combo here. But there are so many different things you could do here. And this is obviously watercolor on fabric, on embroidered fabric. You could do hand embroidered fabric, you could do stamp fabric. So if you don't have a machine that does embroidery, there are options for you. As far as finishing, this one, so what I did was I'm just going to show you how I did this one. I don't happen to have another canvas. All I did was put a very thin layer of liquid adhesive, PPA, on the front. And then after that thin layer was on there, I took my fabric, laid it on here, pressed it really flat, pulled it over, and then pulled it really tight and hot glued onto the back. That's literally it. So fun, so easy, so many ways to color, and honestly, just a really good time overall. So what do you think? Let me know, leave a comment. Be sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss future videos. Drop a like if you liked this idea. I will see you next time. In the meantime, I gotta tell you, I am loving this new craft with tools and products I already have here in the studio. Have a great day.